So let's say that in the reconnaissance phase, while extracting directory structures, we detect a Drupal folder. So we need to dig into that folder also. And we can do many things at this point with Drupal. But I want to focus on a known Drupal vulnerability. It's called Drupageddon. So when it was first announced, I saw many web apps vulnerable to it. So here my point is, you need to understand that there are known vulnerabilities out there. You need to look for known vulnerabilities by using an automated scanner or with your own scripts. But also, you should also go after any information that you detect. But in any event, let's exploit this vulnerability. So first we need to discover it. Now, because it is a Drupal installation, we need the version information in order to detect it. And to detect the version, there just so happen to be several ways. But the best is looking for predefined files on the Drupal installation. So you're going to see a bunch of them in a Drupal folder like that. So type changelog.txt, and it's an innocent enough file, don't you think? But here we get the version information. The first release of Drupageddon attack affected versions under 7.32. So yeah, this version of Drupal on Bbox is vulnerable. So the next thing is finding the exploitation code. Okay, so now I would like to introduce you to exploit-db.com. The exploit database is a wonderful web application. It holds lots of exploitation codes and payloads for vulnerabilities. And again, it is run by Offensive Security. And it gives you a search interface. So you can check verified for verified exploits. And I already wrote Drupal in the search box, and the exploits related to Drupal are listed right before you. So there are 3 pages. You can examine them if you wish, and generally you can see more than one exploit for a particular vulnerability. But you should choose whichever one works best for yourself. So it's the same for Drupageddon also, and I'm going to use this one. So you can also view the content of the exploit code. Just download it and save it. And here it is in my download folder. Now, before downloading and running exploit codes, though, you really should examine them. I mean, maybe they're malicious for your system, right? And also, they may need to be modified. So let's view it. And it is encoded with PHP. So I'm going to change it here to the BWAP address on Bbox. And for the purpose of this course, I'm going to change this here to 7. You don't need to. Then save the file. And before execution, I will show you Drupal users. So I'll log into my PHP, my admin, and browse the users table under the Drupageddon database. And here are the Drupal users. Now, what will the downloaded PHP exploit do? It will change the name and password of the 7th user to admin. Okay, go back to terminal and run it like that. And it's already happened. So we updated the user information. So now go back to Chrome, refresh, browse the users table again. And here's the updated user information. What do you think? So let's open Firefox, log in with the admin user. Congratulations, you exploited the vulnerability. So now you're in the Drupal interface. And we can go on more to understand how this attack happens. So we'll click the admin button and edit. So this is the user information page. Okay, so open the web developer tool and pick the password element here. Then look at the HTML code. The name attribute has an array style value. Then pick the confirm password element. It also has an array style name value. So let's fill in the form and enable Foxy Proxy. Then save and go back to Burp. And the request will look like that. And here are the password fields. And they have array style values. So let the request go. Okay, go to Firefox and log out. Disable Foxy Proxy as well. And one more time, open up the web developer, pick this element, right-click on it, edit this HTML. Now copy this line and paste it below. Put a 0 here. And then add this payload instead of the name attribute. And this payload will update the first user and his password to admin. Okay then, so now I'm going to delete the admin user. It doesn't allow 2 admin users. So we can fill in the fields with some junk data. Enable Foxy Proxy. Then log in. And this login request included our payload. And there's nothing more to change. So let it go. Now open Chrome and refresh the page. And now the content of the users table is here. So look at the first line. The user with ID 1 is changed to admin. So now we can log in with this user as well. And the last thing we can do is, for now, is view the vulnerable code. But this function does not check the inputs. But you know what? I know you know how to do it. So I'll leave it for you. Go for it.